Now at 10, Parsons police investigate 2 more attacks on dogs in the city. Plus, a Southwest Missouri program aims to reduce suicides through messages of hope and survival. And the city of Miami adopts a new animal control ordinance.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Parsons, Kansas Police Department is investigating the shootings of 2 more dogs in the wake of other attacks on dogs. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. One happened in the 1500 block of Grant late yesterday morning. Witnesses say a man between the ages of 20 and 40 and dressed in camo shot a 3-legged pit bull in one of its legs. The nearby Garfield Elementary School went into a partial lockdown. The dog was later euthanized. The second attack happened just before 7 p.m. in the 2600 block of Stevens. This time a pit bull was shot but is expected to survive after surgery. Police are looking into possible similarities to 4 other attacks on dogs in the Parsons area in recent years. In early 2021, a dog named Blue was shot and killed. Then on March 3rd of last year, another dog named Zeus was shot but survived. On December 3rd, 2021, Ranger, a Parsons police officer's dog, was found decapitated. And later that month, on December 29th, a 4th dog, Draco, was found dead, wrapped in a blanket near a bridge. Police say Draco's body had trauma from a choke chain. A $34,000 reward was offered for information about these cases last year, but so far no arrests have been made. Doug Hetty joins us now with a first look at the weather.
Well, it turned out to be a nice Friday, but definitely warmer than what we did see on the daytime or during the daytime hours on Thursday, but it looks pretty good. 87 for a high, normal 79 now. So the 80s are above average. In fact, the record was 90. Set back in 2017, so we were still near record highs. But look at our temps yesterday. Hung into lower 60s. Today, back into the mid 80s, and it looks like a little bit hotter as we go into the weekend. We do have some clouds, even a couple sprinkles, which have been rotating through. And then just to the west of Wichita, a few showers have popped up. So these are going to try to move in late tonight, so we could see a random shower or 2. Anywhere from 68 to 78 from Nevada to Grand Lake. And by morning, we're going to really kind of start in the upper 60s, and we're going to go back into the 90s for highs. So we'll talk about the weekend forecast here in just a bit.
Catch you then. The city of Miami, Oklahoma has a new ordinance to deal with an issue of stray cats, dangerous or unwanted dogs, and irresponsible pet ownership. The city's animal shelter says it wants to be proactive before the issue gets out of hand. The shelter manager says a change they're most excited about is the trap, neuter, and release policy that comes with the ordinance. Animal control will schedule vet appointments the day before and set up traps for cats, get them neutered, and returned to the same place. This is Suicide Awareness Month. Ozark Center Crisis Services is marking it with its own program in the community. KOAM Shagun Bamadeli has more.
Ozark Center Crisis Service is observing Suicide Awareness Month by creating canvases of hope throughout the city of Joplin.
We decided to ask community members at 5 locations to write an inspirational message on our canvas. And those that come to the Crisis Center or to an Ozark Center facility for treatment, they can see these messages.
Since 2019, Missouri has had 5 times more suicide deaths than alcohol-related or automobile accidents. I spoke to a member of the Ozark Center, and he tells me why this is happening.
It's really a layering or a combination of multiple stressors. Depends on the support systems that each person has. It's very personalized, but it's usually a significant level of stress compared to what their normal baseline is.
Missouri Southern student Devani Patel participated by making a canvas.
One of my uncles did end up committing suicide, and it left a big impact on my family, and it still does to this day. Even though it happened so many years ago, we still think about him, and we still think about what happened and like why maybe it happened and what we could have done to maybe prevent it, maybe put some more focus onto mental health and institutions such as these, therapists and psychiatrists.
Other students are reminding their peers to seek help.
Realistically, things get really tough before they get better. So as long as you just meet your goal, just keep pushing as much as you can.
There's always someone that would be willing to talk to you and help you, and you're loved.
In Joplin, Shogun Bamdele, KOAM News.
Coming up, Neosho County Community College unveils its new Career and Technology Center. Plus, artists gather in downtown Pittsburgh for the Fall Art Walk. Neosho County Community College in Chanute, Kansas has a new state-of-the-art Career and Technology Center. The ribbon-cutting ceremony was attended by students, donors, and a state senator. Building the Technology Center took roughly a year and came thanks to passionate donors and state grants.
We are very excited about this center and its ability to bring folks together for workforce development. Besides hosting up to 8 technical programs here, including welding, construction, aerostructures, and IMT, we're also the home of Kansas Works.
The center is already operational with 8 programs and class sizes ranging from 20 to 25 students. Pittsburgh Art Walk held the 16th annual Fall Art Walk in downtown Pittsburgh. The Art Walk showcases work from local artists. Artists use the event to sell their work or to just gain exposure. The Art Walk is open to all kinds of artists, new and old. Doug is going to be right back with the complete forecast. First, though, we take time to honor a local veteran. Anton Zemlach served in the U.S. Army from 1942 to 1945. The Franklin, Kansas native was stationed in France, Belgium, and Germany. And we salute Corporal Anton Zemlach, a 4-state hero.
Well, it definitely turned out to be a warm Friday, but a nice one across the region. We have partly sunny skies, temperatures mainly mid to upper 80s for highs, and still looks pretty good right now. Still partly cloudy. Nice shot, Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Indigo, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, let's go outside. 7th and range line. Currently, it's not bad. 79, southerly winds 5 to 10. Humidity is at about 48%. You can see the clouds kind of shooting through over the past couple hours, mainly now along and south of I-44, but clearing out once you get through southeastern Kansas. And a spotty little shower within those clouds, but just to the west of Wichita, a few little showers have popped up. These are going to kind of rotate in later on tonight. So don't be surprised if you see a random shower or a random sprinkle if you're going to be up late tonight into tomorrow morning. Besides that, if you look out toward the west, not much going on. So that's our weather as we go through the next several days. We do need to watch this guy. He will become Ian. He's developing, he's turning north, and all projections have him a major hurricane hitting parts of Florida, southwest Florida, anywhere from Key West up to Tampa, maybe the Panhandle. So that's something that is going to be closely watched as we go into early next week. Back here at home for us tonight, again, you can see those spotty little sprinkles, spotty little showers late. There's 1 a.m. kind of flying through. Here 6 a.m. starting in the upper 60s. By the noon hour, partly cloudy skies, anywhere from 82 in Nevada, 83 in Miami, Parsons at 84, Anderson sitting at about 85 degrees. But we do make it into the 90s once we get into the afternoon. Lower 90s across the entire 4-state area. Few showers to our south tomorrow night. By Sunday, we start the day clear, a little bit cooler. We'll be into lower 60s, so a nice start. And then by Sunday afternoon, plenty of sunshine. Not as hot, low to mid 80s for afternoon highs. So 69 in the morning if you're going to be up early. 84 by noon, 88 by 5, but a high temp of 93 degrees by the time we get into the afternoon. A little cooler, still warm Sunday, 85. 81 on Monday, 83 Tuesday, 86 is Wednesday and Thursday. But the overnight lows, very comfortable, down into low to mid 50s. So even though it is officially fall, Mother Nature's taking her time, but we're working that direction.
People can turn on those attic fans in the evening for a few minutes to cool off the house at least.
I love an attic fan.
We need some rain.
Yes, we do.
Thanks, Doug. Doug and I are getting out of here now so we can turn it over to Jacob. Friday night football action straight ahead.
You're watching 4 State Friday Night. Brought to you by GN Bank, Labette Health, KOAM, and the law offices of Stickland, Dryer, and Tinney.
Welcome in, everybody, to Week 5 of 4-State Friday Night here on KOAM. I'm KOAM Sports Director Jacob Leonard. Now this week, it's Week 4 of high school football in Kansas. We're going to start in Southwest Missouri with a battle of two undefeated teams in the COC. The Joplin Eagles hit the road to face Nixa. And both teams are 4-0, and I'm not saying tonight's game is for the COC regular season championship, but really, the winner of this one definitely in the driver's seat for the league title. Enough talking, let's get to it. Joplin down early, trying to get back in the game. Hobbs Gooch finds Terrence Gibson for a 31-yard touchdown. Eagles trail by 7 with a minute left in the first half. Third quarter, 3rd and 6. Gooch connects with Davin Thomas. 14 yards scored. Joplin within 7. It's 35-28 Nixa. Later, Gooch makes a beautiful pass to Whit Hafer for the touchdown. Joplin rallies, but it's just not enough. Nixa wins and stays undefeated, 49-35. The Webb City Cardinals at Ozark tonight, looking for a bounce-back week after last week's loss to Joplin. Webb City, season-high 55 points tonight. They win 55-40. Cardinals are back home next week facing the Willard Tigers. The Carthage Tigers return home tonight, hosting the Neosho Wildcats. The Carthage rebounded from their first loss of the season last week, going on the road and beating Carl Junction 48-12. The Tigers 3-1 coming into the night. On the other side, Neosho sits at 2-2. The Tigers draw first blood in this one. Luke Gall, you've heard his name before on this program, gets in the end zone, but it's called back. The one short play later, he's in for real. 7-0 Tigers. Wildcats, quick response. Running back Jared Seiler breaks a tackle. He's going all the way into the end zone. That would be the Wildcats' only score of the night, though. Rest of the night belonged to the Tigers. Gall battles his way in once again. At that point, it's 21-7 Carthage. Into the second quarter. Nice handoff here. Goes to the wide receiver, Jadison Davis-Maxey. Finds the end zone for another Carthage touchdown. The Tigers go on to roll by Neosho 47-7. The Carl Junction Bulldogs in the Springfield area tonight facing Branson. Both teams are 1-3 coming into the night. Good night for Carl Junction on both sides of the ball. They win 32-7. Bulldogs return home next week for a tough one, hosting the Nixa Eagles. The Seneca Indians coming off one of the biggest wins in program history over top-ranked Lamar on the road tonight against Monette. Indians roll by the Cubs 55-20. Seneca now 5-0 on the year. They'll be on the road against Reed Spring next Friday. Well, the Lamar Tigers suffered their first loss of the season last week, falling on the road to Big 8 rival Seneca 36-33. Tonight the Tigers return home, trying to get back on track against East Newton. And the Patriots, they've struggled in the first month of the season, going 0-4 in their first 4 games. Homecoming night in Lamar, King and Queen of course being announced before the game. But to football now. Lamar with the ball first, starting strong. Austin Wilkerson, nobody's catching him. Down the sideline, that's a 66-yard touchdown. Tigers up 7-zip early in this one. Lamar would force the Patriots to punt, so next possession, Tigers driving again. Punching this one in from the 11, off the arm of B. Shore. It's 14-0 Tigers. Once again, nothing going for East Newton. Lamar has the ball again. Wilkerson with the toss from B. Shore. Running all over the Patriots tonight. This carry, 56 yards. We're not even 5 minutes into the game. Lamar up 21-0. Tigers going to blow out East Newton 56-6, the final. How about the McDonald County Mustangs? Huge win last week, topping undefeated Nevada 27-26. This week, they're on the road against Cassville. McDonald County, another nice win, beating the Wildcats 21-14. Mustangs are back home next week with a huge Big 8 matchup against Lamar. The Baxter Springs Lions have been one of the best stories of the year so far. They snapped a 25-game losing streak in their season opener, and they are 3-0 for the first time since 1996. Now, the Lions have a tough test tonight, hitting the road to face the Parsons Vikings. Now, Parsons also undefeated coming into the night. They're averaging 45 points per game in those 3 wins. First play of the game for Parsons. Jamarion Washington takes it right up the middle. Rips off a 64-yard run for the touchdown. We are just seconds into the first quarter. Parsons gets the ball right back. And they go right back to Washington. He gets in for his second touchdown of the night. He would score 3 times on the evening. The sticking around in the first quarter. Passing game starts to get going. Quarterback Trey Mack hits J.J. Kendrick for 6. Parsons extends their lead. It's 20-0 now. Great throw there. Vikings defense all over the Lions as well. Peyton Gaines chased far back in his own end. Now he finally gets the pass off. It goes right into the hands of Marion Ryan. Parsons would turn that interception into points. To the second quarter now. Mack with the ball. He finds Jesse Jones outside. Watch him spin off the defender. He'll fight his way into the end zone after that. Parsons dominates from start to finish, 61-8 the final. Well, the Girard Trojans are once again off to a hot start this fall. Girard is 3-0 in their first 3 games after a 41-20 win over Galena last week. Now tonight, Trojans hit the road for a CNC rivalry game against Frontenac. And the Raiders are 2-1 in their first 3 games. Late second quarter, Luke Nigaman gives to Adam Shireman. He's in for the score. At that point, Trojans lead 14-0. Now, Girard looking for more before halftime, but Wyatt Frazier gets the interception for the Raiders. Frontenac keeps it a 14-point game at the break, but then Girard pulls away in the second half. Third quarter, pair of short touchdowns. First, it's Alex Kester crossing the goal line. Then Christian Taylor does the same. It's 28-0 Girard going to the fourth, and the Trojans defense, great all night. They force a fumble inside the 5 here. Ethan Brooks jumps on it, recovers it for 6. Girard gets the shutout and gets the 4-0, beating Frontenac 35-0. Well, the Chanute Blue Comets, they're A-block material all year long. Comets on the road against Ulysses tonight, like 5+ hours away. Chanute goes to Western Kansas and gets it done 40-8 to get to 4-0 on the season. Blue Comets will be on the road against Independence next week. Well, that brings us to our one and only break here on 4 State Friday night. When we come back, Pittsburgh hits the road to face former SEK rival Fort Scott, plus Galena hosts Columbus in a CNC showdown. We're going to have those highlights and more after this. The Pittsburgh Purple Dragons picked up their first win of the season last week, beating Labette County 28-20. It was also the team's first win under head coach Josh Latimer. Now tonight, another old SEK rivalry game for Pittsburgh on the road against Fort Scott. Both teams are 1-2 coming into the night. Webb Fern looks to pass it off. He connects with Bo Pasteur. Pasteur breaks away from the secondary, in for the touchdown. Pittsburgh leads. Second quarter now. Fern takes the snap, runs past everybody on into the end zone. At that point, it is 14-0 Purple Dragons. We'll go to the second half now. Cal Cousins looking to pass. Gets some pressure though, he throws it up and Maverick Caswell snags it out of the air. He takes it all the way down the sideline, weaving in and out of defenders, but trust me, he does eventually get there. Pittsburgh rolls over Fort Scott 34-8. Field Kinley, one of the biggest surprises of the area so far, sitting at 3-0 coming into week 4. They try to stay perfect at home against SEK rival Independence. They get it done again. They win 42-13. They'll be on the road next Friday night facing Wamego. Well, by their standards, both Galena and Columbus off to kind of slow start this year. Through 3 weeks, Titans and Bulldogs are both 1-2 overall. And the two teams actually meet tonight in Galena. One of them going to get back on track and get to 500. Second quarter, Zane Turner, big hole there, into the end zone for the score. After the 2-point conversion, we're tied at 14. Turner again pushes his way in for another score. Galena has their first lead of the night. Third quarter now, more from the home team. Tyler Little takes the direct snap, keeps it himself. He's in for the touchdown. Galena starts to pull away. It's 30-14. Now Brett Hamilton trying to keep the Titans in it. Quarterback sneak, it's a mess in there, but he is in. Not enough though. Galena gets by Columbus in this one, 36-22. Well, the Colgan Panthers are 2-1 to begin the season. Last week, they picked up a dominant Thursday night win over Riverton, 54-14. This week, another home game for the Panthers. They try to stay hot against district rival Southeast. Southeast with 3rd and long in the first possession. Kyson Bennett there for the stop for Colgan. Lancers forced to punt. Now on the ensuing punt, Tucker Harrell receives it, fakes the reverse, faked me out too with the camera. But here he comes, down the sideline. Jogs in for 6. Punt return touchdown for Harrell. It's 7-0 Panthers. The next Southeast drive, Colgan defense getting in the backfield again. Connor Van Beesler drags him down for the 3-yard loss. We got another punt. Now Van Beesler fields it this time, going down the far sideline. Now it looks like he's going to get all the way in. He's ruled down at the 2. No worries though, Cooper Simmons' next play punches in the short touchdown to get the lead to double digits. All Colgan tonight, final score 50-6. Big one tonight for the Humboldt Cubs. They're 3-0 on the road against district rival Council Grove, a team that's also 3-0. Tonight, Humboldt suffers their first loss, 20-14. The Cubs return home next week, hosting the Eureka Tornadoes. That's all the time we have here on 4 State Friday night. Be sure to switch it over to our sister station, Fox 14, at 11 o'clock for week 4 of Press Box. That's a 30-minute show. It's all football. Again, that's Fox 14 at 11. We're going to have even more highlights and scores from all across the area. For now, though, we are out of time. Thanks for staying up late with us. We'll see you right back here next week.